How come some countries like mine and so many others in Africa are poor, while others like the US, Australia, New Zealand, all of them are rich? What is going on? And across the journey of trying to find out, I've heard it all. To this day, with a very straight face, you have people looking at you and saying, oh, darling, it's not your fault. It's just the IQ theory. You know the theory according to which us blacks and browns are simply not as smart as others. The low IQ theory. And they say, oh, well, because you're so dumb, that's what, and it shows in the state of your nations. Okay, whatever. I continue. Some people say, oh, it's malnutrition. Others, it's colonialism. It's they're stealing your natural resources. Problem is, none of these make sense to me. Let's just take, for example, the colonialism, which many people like to use, and I'm sure I'll have some haters in this room, because I'm one of those people who says, Africa is not poor today because of colonialism, and I'll explain why. So we'll explain that in a second. But on the colonialism thing, I'm thinking to myself, Ethiopia has never been colonized, yet for the longest time, Ethiopia was a poster child for poverty in Africa. Conversely, Botswana, being colonized before, and Botswana has been one of the top performers on the continent forever. Botswana, along with my country, Senegal, are the two only nations in Africa that never had a coup, never had a civil war. So even on the colonialism part, it doesn't add up. And then all of these other reasons that talk about my low IQ, my laziness, the fact that we just fight all the time, makes no sense, because the same people, the minute they cross over to another place, all of a sudden their circumstances change. So I'm thinking to myself now, wow, well, the only variable in this equation is the place that these people happen to be in or not. So now I'm thinking, it must be with a place. What is it about these places that if you're there, you get to self-actualize, and some of the places where you're there, you don't self-actualize? And so when I saw that, I thought to myself, oh, I guess it's because we're poor, and that's why everything is so hard, and them, conversely, is because they're rich that everything is so easy. Just come to think, the minute you say that, you realize to yourself, well, wait, you're poor because you don't have enough money, at least not enough money to take care of your basic needs. You don't have enough money because you don't have a source of income. A source of income for most of us is a job. Where do jobs come from? The private sector, the businesses, isn't it? Now, do you really believe that business happens in a vacuum? Do you really believe that? No, it doesn't. Businesses need an enabling business environment. Oh, but wait. You just told me that these African nations of ours are the hardest ones in the world to do business in. What it means is Africa, as a region, has the suckiest business environments in the world. This is the environment in the world where business people are the least free to enterprise. These are the nations that have the least economic freedom. And in this regard, I dare to speak of Africa as a village, because when it comes to this issue, it is sadly a trait that we all share. And then what does it show for? Africa is the poorest region in the world today. So there I had my answer.